The Duke of Sussex revealed his first thoughts when he saw his wife, too, be walked down the aisle. Prince Harry opened up about his and Meghan Markle's wedding day during their 6-part documentary series on Netflix. Harry and Meghan, which aired earlier this month, detailed the blossoming of their romance, experiences of life as working royals and their shocked decision to leave. The fourth episode opened with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex recalling their wedding, describing their ceremony at St. George's Chapel in Windsor, the music partly chosen by King Charles III and the moment they laid eyes on each other as they prepared to say their vows. "The whole thing was surreal," Meghan said about walking down the aisle. "It was at that moment, I could also see Liz Garbus, the director of the docuseries, then asked Harry, what was going through your head when you saw her coming? The prince replied, look at me, look what I got," before Meghan interjected, laughing, "Oh my gosh." Harry continued, look what I found. The world was watching us, but when we were actually at the altar, as far as I was concerned, it was just the two of us." The Daily Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers picked up on Harry's comment, arguing the prince corrected himself after seeming to be a bit misogynistic. In conversation with Zoe Forsey for their podcast, Pod Save the King, Mr. Myers said, he qualified himself afterwards because he realized it was a bit misogynistic. He definitely had to pull the handbrake up on that one. However, Ms. Forsey argued that Harry's recollection was really lovely, saying he was simply sharing what went through his mind when he saw her looking absolutely beautiful in that gorgeous gown. Meghan did not seem too fazed by her husband's comments, telling the documentary soon after, "H and I are really good at finding each other in the chaos. When we find each other, we reconnect to be like, oh, it's you. It's not that the rest of it doesn't matter, but the rest of it feels temporary," she continued. A friend of the couple added, "It felt like a moment where the world paused and celebrated love. I remember watching him look at her and I almost started to cry." Harry and Meghan were married in Windsor on May 18, 2018. The royal wedding saw thousands of people line the streets, and millions tune in across the world to see the ceremony. "On the day of our wedding, it's like I went into a really calm space," Meghan said. "I don't know how I was so calm. I look back and, how was I so calm? And all I wanted was a mimosa, a croissant and to play the song, Going to the Chapel. And that's what I did. It was great." More than 100,000 people packed into Windsor to get a glimpse of the royal bride and groom, a factor that came as a surprise to the Duchess, who admitted she didn't know people would be lining both sides of the street to watch her 15-minute drive to the chapel. They went on to talk about their choice of music for the service, an element Harry's father King Charles III played a key role in, and Meghan spoke about being charmed by her new father-in-law, who at the last minute offered to walk her down the aisle. Later, the couple talked about their reception at St. George's Hall, an event Meghan described as over the top, laughing and recounting the moment they cut the cake with a sword. Musical performances came from the likes of Elton John and Idris Elba, and the newlyweds chose Land of 1000 Dances for their first dance. "I just really wanted the music to be fun," Meghan explained. "Even our first dance," she added, "it was so fun. I was just spinning like a whirlwind. It was so great." Their union was widely seen as a symbol of hope for the monarchy, a sign that the centuries-old institution was attempting to adapt to the ever-changing world and society. However, as it is known now and as the Netflix docuseries detailed, things did not work out as perfectly as expected. There was an expectation, right? Diana's boy. There was an expectation to have a public wedding, Harry said in a bleak assessment of his role within the firm. "It was like, mission complete with William. Now, let's see if this goes the distance with Harry and then we can actually go, job done." The Sussexes' relationship has seemingly stood the test of time, however, the same cannot be said for their roles within the royal family. Since their exit in 2020, relations between the couple and members of the firm have been strained, and their explosive Netflix documentary may only add fuel to the fire. The final episode saw Harry and Meghan accuse both the palace and the media for contributing to their exit, alleging that lies were told to protect Prince William and royal households were pitted against each other to benefit the hierarchy. Harry said, "They were happy to lie to protect my brother. They were never willing to tell the truth to protect us." None of the UK-based royals have responded to the claims made in the docuseries, and no comment is expected to be made.